Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Counter HD here, brings a brand new video. Today, we'll be talking about the Arizona Cardinals' official 53-man roster. With that being said, let's hop straight into it. So let's go ahead and just dive straight into it. Quarterbacks, Kyler Murray and Colt McCoy. I think every Cardinals fan was honestly surprised that Trace Mcsorley did not make it. But it is likely Trace Mcsorley does get signed to our practice squad. I just still think he should have made it. But moving on to running backs, which I called this one. Arnold's keeping all 5 running backs. Now, is it going to stay that way going into week 1? Probably not. We might move some players around. But I still like the decision to keep all 5 of them with James Connors, Darrell Williams, Eno Benjamin, Jonathan Ward, and Keontae Ingram. It's such a good running back core. And honestly, it was the right move. And then at tight end, Trey McBride, Zach Ertz, Max Williams, another extremely good core. Which, if we can get Max Williams to play it like how he did before he got injured, then this offense is going to be insane. Now to offensive line, we have Lacita Smith, Rodney Hudson, Sean Harlow, Justin Pugh, Kelvin Beachum, Cody Ford, DJ Humphries, Will Hernandez, and Josh Jones. I'm not going to lie, offensive line was probably the thing I got most wrong on my prediction. But still, nonetheless, if healthy, this is a decent offensive line. You know, it's going to be carried, of course, by Rodney Hudson. But it's definitely a decent offensive line. Now we go to receivers, where we have Marquise Brown, Rondell Moore, Antoine Wesley, Andy Isabella, AJ Green, and Greg Dortch. It was kind of expected. We knew Isabella and Dortch were both going to make it due to the fact that they had great preseasons and we have the extra spot with Hopkins being out. So we kind of knew it was going to happen. So it's not really a surprise there. But I'm still very excited to see what this position group can cook up. Now going to the defensive side of the ball with our outside linebackers, we have Myjai Sanders, Marcus Golden, Dennis Gardeck, Victor Dimukeje. I still can't do it. And Cameron Thomas, which I think that was a decently easy one to predict. Victor, I can't say the name, so I'm not. I think definitely proven himself to be on the squad, but besides that, I think everything was kind of set in stone. And then going to the inside linebackers, we have Isaiah Simmons, Zaven Collins, Ezekiel Turner, Tanner Vallejo, Ben Niemann, and Nick Vigil. Which I do like this inside linebacker core, but I have already mentioned, though, I do think Nick Vigil will end up taking Zaven Collins' spot, end up proving himself on this team. And then on the defensive line, we have Rashad Lawrence, Michael Dogby, Jonathan Ledbetter, Zach Allen, Leki Fotu, and J.J. Watt. Now, I think, looking at this defensive line, we all know that needs some improvement. Okay, I'm very surprised Antoine Woods didn't make it, or Manny Jones. But that's kind of out of our hands, which I'm not very confident in this defensive line. You know, yeah, maybe we can have something going, but I think our linebackers are going to carry us outside of J.J. Watt. And then going to our corners, we have Byron Murphy, Marco Wilson, Antonio Hamilton, Christian Matthew, and Trayvon Mullen, which we just traded for yesterday. So that trade's surely going to be impactful to this group. And then we go to our safeties, which I've already said it, and I'll say it again. This is easily one of the Cardinals' best position groups. Buda Baker, stud. Deontay Thompson, very good backup. Charles Washington, very good backup. Jalen Thompson, stud. It doesn't get much easier than that. And on special teams, we have our kicker, Matt Prater, and our punter, Andy Lee. But we released Aaron Brewer, our long snapper. So I'm not sure what the plans are with that, if we intend to put him on the practice squad and move him back up, or if we'll just have Rodney Hudson or someone snapping the ball on punts. Or we might not punt the ball at all. Never know. But if you look at this team, you can clearly realize the Cardinals wanted to go younger. And it does show that, and it is kind of exciting, but it's also very scary at the same time, because you do want that veteran help and leadership, and it is something we are kind of lacking. But nonetheless, I do really like how this turned out. Now, like I said, the likelihood of it changing before week 1 is very high. So we will see how waivers and practice squad go, but be sure, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. And with that being said, be sure to hit that like and sub button, and I'll see y'all in the next one.